Do you ever look around your home and wonder how things got so messy again? So I did some online research to find the most common things people do every day to keep their homes clean. And here are 13 things that I've implemented doing every single day to keep our home as clean as possible.
Thank you to Rocket Money for sponsoring today's video. More on them later.
Let's jump in with number one, making the bed no matter what, every single morning. Now, it doesn't have to be the second you jump out of the bed. I know a lot of people like to air their bed out. I don't really follow that advice, but I do find when I pull up my covers and just make it a little bit more tidy, it always feels great when I come back in my room or I see my room when I'm passing it in the hall and it looks nice and tidy in there. And it feels great when I get into bed at night to get into a tidy bed. This can set the tone for your entire day. And a lot of people say this online. Making the bed is the first thing you can do to get your day started on the right foot. It should only take about 2 minutes or less to do this. I'm trying to mention these in the order that makes the most sense for my day. Next thing is doing the dishes. So of course, the next thing we do in the morning is we eat breakfast, and I try now to clear all the dishes off the table, straight into the sink, and rinse them and wash them. We don't have a dishwasher, or I would just throw them in the dishwasher, but I like to wash them and then set them out to dry. I let them dry on their own because I just don't want to spend that time. At night, I will actually dry all of them and put them away for the evening. Use or toss leftovers from the fridge every single day. So I try really, really hard to eat the leftovers from the day before. If we had something left over from dinner, I will try to eat that for lunch, because I feel like once you get into 2 or 3 days of leftovers, it just tends to go bad. And I'm always checking our fridge for any leftovers that have been left in there way too long and clearing those out. This helps to keep our fridge functioning in a really good way.
Speaking of habits that make life easier, it's not just our homes that can benefit from a little daily organization. Our finances can too. That's why I love using Rocket Money, today's sponsor.
Have you ever checked your bank statement and realized that you were paying for a subscription for an app that you no longer use? Well, that was me a while back. I realized that I was continuing to pay for an app that I was no longer using. And that's when I started using Rocket Money. This personal finance app allows you to manage subscriptions, lower bills, make a custom budget, and grow your savings all in one place. Personally, I love that Rocket Money shows me all my subscriptions in one list. I had no idea how many little charges were adding up until I saw them laid out like that. Canceling the ones I didn't want anymore only took a few taps, and it felt so good to have control. Rocket Money helped me set up a budget that actually fits our life. I can easily see where our money is going and get notifications when something unusual pops up, which has helped me stay more organized and avoid surprise charges. Take control of your money today. Go to rocketmoney.com/Shannon Torrens to get started for free, or simply click the link in the description below. Number 4 is putting your dirty clothes straight into the dirty clothes basket. Now, I know a lot of people are going to say, duh, of course you're going to do that, but there may be some people who don't do that and they just throw them on the floor. I know my kids throw them on the floor half the time, and then we got to come in and pick them up, and then it's just a chore that's been put off till a later time. So I'm always telling them, once you take your clothes off, just put them straight into the bag that we have hanging there for them. You know, it's one less step. If you throw them on the floor, now you've got to pick them up off the floor and put them into the hamper. Number 5 is doing at least 1 load of laundry a day. I know everyone has different routines for laundry, but I've actually found it's very easy to do at least 1 per day. Throw the things that are dirty in the morning or in the evening, depending on your schedule. Just throw them in the washer, let that go, throw them in the dryer, let that sit. And then of course, I like to fold and put everything away that same day. And I know I tend to get the comment, well, if you're home, it's a lot easier. But I still did this when I worked too, because I used to work outside of the house, and it doesn't take all that much time to do 1 load of laundry per day because it's going in the background. And then if you don't have a lot of clothes to deal with, it's very simple to quickly sort things out and throw them into the drawers. And I make it easy on myself because My boys, I don't fold their clothes. I let them fold them if they want. I just separate them. If I'm the one doing it, a lot of the time I will have them do it. But if I'm doing it, I'll just separate them and then I give the clothes to them and they put them away. So everyone's chipping in on the laundry. Number 6, people with tidy homes usually put their shoes away. They don't just have huge piles of shoes in the entryway, by the back door, wherever you put your shoes, they usually put them away. There's normally a system that helps with that, which could be something as simple as a shelf where you put the shoes or one of those bins that pulls out and you put the shoes inside. I like to store all of my shoes in my closet. I have boxes where I put them and that just keeps it all neat and tidy. I only keep out the pair of shoes that I'm currently wearing that day. And by the end of the day, I put those away in my closet. We just don't really have an entryway where we can store our shoes, but it's still a very simple process. And I found that our home looks a lot neater when everything has a place to go and we're not tripping over shoes everywhere. Number 7 is dealing with the mail or the paper that comes in your house right away. I know I mention this all the time, but if you're going to deal with that right away, it helps to keep all those messy piles from accumulating in the kitchen, on the dining room table. You could have something as simple as a little bin for the mail that you do want to keep and then just throw away all the stuff that you don't need, just put it straight in the recycling bin. That will help cut down on the messy clutter piles that go everywhere. And it also helps to keep things from getting lost that are important that you do need to deal with. Number 8 is keeping the bathroom counters clear. This is a game changer when it comes to making your home look tidy. Nothing looks worse than when you go into your bathroom and there's all kinds of bottles and mess all over the counter. It's way harder to clean when all that is out as well. So if you can find a place to put all of the stuff that you use all the time in a drawer, on a shelf, somewhere to get it off the counter, your bathroom will look so much cleaner. And this is a tip that I've seen shared over and over when I was doing my research, that if you keep the counters clear, they're so much easier to clean because you don't have to move a whole bunch of junk to wipe the counters down. It just makes the cleaning process that much easier and all the visual clutter is gone. Number 9 is cleaning up all the toys every single night. If you have kids, this applies to you. If you don't have kids, maybe you have a pet or something else. This is something that people with clean homes do every single night or afternoon. Number 10 is to continually wipe down counters. In all of our bathrooms, I keep some paper towels and some spray that I can easily just pull out and wipe down any messes that have spilled. I also have towels in our kitchen and I have a thing of junk towels that I can grab at any moment. I would say wiping down the counters after I do each thing is the best way to keep your home looking really tidy without a lot of effort. It makes the bigger cleaning jobs a lot easier when that comes around maybe once a week or every other week. Number 11 is keeping the dining room table clear. Now, we can't do this 24 hours a day because we're using the table a lot, but I just make sure that when we're done with whatever project we're doing or the food we're eating, we just clear off that table throughout the day. But this is something that's going to make your home look really clean if you can clear off any of those big flat surfaces, whether it's a dining room table or, a counter. Keep them clear and tidy and have everything put away where it goes. I find that this is one of the things we have to keep on top of all the time throughout the day. It's a lot easier when the kids are in school because there's a lot less coming out all day long. Number 12 is to vacuum high traffic areas or have a robot vacuum going all the time around your house. I have thought many times about getting a robot vacuum. I'm still on the fence about it because we have so many little things like Lego that fall on the ground, and I don't really want to be dealing with that getting sucked up. What I do is each night I go around and I see if there's any messes in the high traffic areas. I quickly grab my cordless vacuum and just whip through the house and hit those high traffic areas with the cordless vacuum. It does not take very long. I'm talking less than 5 minutes to do that, and it makes our home look so neat and tidy. Number 13 is the final reset of the day. A lot of the time, there isn't much to do because we've been keeping on top of it throughout our entire day. These are just tiny habits that we keep up with, but if there is something that needs to be reset, I just quickly do that. That could be picking up a pillow or putting the blanket back on the couch, just things that have been left out, putting those away. And like I said before, my family chips in on all of this as well. I am definitely not doing all of this by myself. Also, the reset might be putting the final dishes from the dinner we had away, just anything that's left out, putting it where it goes so we can start fresh the next morning. So it turns out clean homes aren't about the big deep cleaning days, but more about the consistency. I have detailed blog posts on all of these tips and tricks, so I will link all of that in the description box below. If you're new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button to join my channel, and you can click right here to continue watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!